Stay the fuck out of nigga line. Hey, don't swear, hey, don't swear. Bush line.
All right. Here we go. With another one. Episode 14. No Games, Just Business podcast. I'm Darius. I'm here with my cousin Jimmie. What's up, Jimmie? How you feeling? How you living, cuz?
I'm feeling good when I got this one. It's the late show, but we don't drown though. What's good with y'all? It's Friday night. It's time to get right. Let's go. Let's get it. What's good, Don? How you feeling?
I can't complain. I got all these goats hanging up behind me. You know, can't complain about that.
Hometown hero. I like it. Represent Don. That's what I like, Don. He stick with his whole team. Man, we got a basketball episode today, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Man, we didn't get basketball in a little bit, so we're gonna have to break it down today. Y'all ready?
For sure, man.
Absolutely.
We got fire games going on as we speak. We're talking about Joel Embiid going against Giannis right now, trying to take down them hot Bucks as we talk about it. Fourth quarter. You know, we'll see how that ends, but I'm excited. What about y'all? What's up?
I love it, man. My top five goal. My top five. We see him put up the 50-piece the other night, I should say. But they came out with the loss.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Well,
It's still very impressive. Impressive.
He doing his thing, but he ain't no top five, man.
Yeah, he not. But the greatest shooter we have ever.
Yes.
For sure. What we got on the agenda today, Jimmie?
Man, we're gonna throw it back first, man. We're gonna talk about tier 2 of the shooting guard position. We're gonna talk about 5 guys who are like that. We're gonna run it down and see who we would take first out of some potential GOATs. I know we throw the word around a little bit, but they're GOATs at what they do. And we'll break it down very, very soon. From there, we'll go to KD, the Slim Reaper, the Slim Sniper. Yo, he's talking about why he wanted to trade. KD explains himself. And to me, this is a beautiful thing in this era that we see. We're going to break that down. We're going to talk about the team, if he were to get traded, where it would be this time around. And from there, we'll go to the number 3 topic. We're going to talk about a draft. We're going to see the minds of us 3 here, the true GMs in the room. Please stand up. And we'll also add a 6th man to that draft. It's gonna be a nice one. And we're gonna close it out with one surprise and one disappointment. A disgusting disappointment for me, but we'll see about that. Close it out at the end with that. Let's run it down, fellas. Let's get it.
I should have put my suit and tie on for this, man.
I just want to say before we go any further, everybody listening, please like, subscribe, comment. We appreciate y'all tuning in, and let's get this thing cracking. The only thing I heard already that was blasphemy was tier 2, because Dwayne Wade ain't no tier 2 shooting guard. We gonna
damn sure ain't no come down. Let's break it down. I'm gonna let you
start it up, dog.
Nah. I need to hear this T-Mac argument, so I need to know what angle I need to come with. If I need to come with statistics, or if I need to just come with just straight,
He's trying to see how he got to come.
If I need to come with some Donovanism, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to stop disrespecting my man T-Mac, and I might be just a little biased because that is my favorite player of all time. So that's why I gotta rock with my guy. That's why I'm a Houston Rockets fan, even though we're doing horrible this year. But I already knew that was gonna happen, so that's why I didn't say nothing. But it's okay. Like I said, T-Mac, my guy. You already heard it from the GOAT himself. What Kobe Bean Bryant say? T-Mac was the hardest, the toughest player for him to play. Kobe himself said, there's no weakness. There's no weakness in this game. He said he can do everything I can do, but he's taller.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe already knew what it was when it came to T-Mac. And unfortunately, T-Mac had been struck with that injury plague at a very young age. I mean, 29 isn't it's not too old, but it ain't too young either. Like that's your prime years right there. So from 29 to 33, T-Mac lost all of that. All of that right there. It was over. What couldn't he do? Where couldn't he score on the court? He could shoot the ball. Mm-hmm. Athletically, he was damn near before his time.
One of them white Mike niggas.
Exactly. He was flying, dunking. Come on now. We know what T-Mac is. T-Mac had a versus battle. This is T-Mac. So the disrespect on T-Mac is crazy. Versus battle, not with D-Wade. But don't get me wrong. I respect D-Wade. D-Wade is a monster. Mm-hmm. But he didn't have a versus battle with Vince Carter. He didn't have a versus battle with PG. Talking about Paul George, because that's who was on the list at that time when we had this topic. But he was on it with another all-time great scoring guard, AI. Him and AI went at it as far as a highlight tape versus battle. Come on, man. Two-time scoring champ. Again, he could shoot the ball, dunk the ball, score the ball from the inside, outside, 6'8" as a threat. You talk about KD being a 7-footer that can shoot from anywhere from the court. T-Mac could do the same thing. Now, my issue with T-Mac is when playoff time comes, he can't win a playoff game, a playoff series, I should say. And when he was on that Rockets team, I mean, him and Yao Ming only had 2 years to play together. Other than that, one or the other was hurt.
Very true.
So I got to give him the benefit of the doubt sometimes. And, I mean, we talk about a guy that scored 13 points in 35 seconds to close it out on them Spurs. Jimmie's top 5, Tim Duncan all time.
Oh, yeah. Top 5.
Was giving them buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Only thing is, T-Mac couldn't help on the win scale, but as an overall talent and as an overall offensive threat, he was a monster, man. We got to give T-Mac his flowers.
For sure.
Go ahead, Jimmie. Go ahead, man.
I'm going to go ahead and run it down. We're talking Vince Carter here, Paul George, D-Wade, PG-13, AI, and yes, T-Mac. As you pointed out, T-Mac is not my guy. Before I'm going to preface my comments by saying T-Mac is not my guy. And it's D-Wade first. But we got to talk about ability because...
Of course it's D-Wade first.
It's D-Wade first. But the thing is, the way this is phrased, you're talking about prime. You know me with prime. If we're talking about prime, we're talking about you at your height and potential. If we're talking about peak, it's when your numbers or when you look the best. And we've seen T-Mac at his peak. We've seen Paul George at his peak be what players try to be during their prime. Now, AI, I know AI a lot of times culturally he's elevated, he's boosted because of what he's done as far as flavor within the culture and the rap game and the way you wear your do-rag, the way you wear your socks, the way you wear your sleeves. AI is mostly responsible for that. But don't let that boost his ability on the court. He's not on the level of D-Wade and T-Mac. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Everybody had a chance out in the East coming up from 2000 to about 2010 in my estimation. Jason Kidd did it multiple times. The Pistons did it multiple times. T-Mac was doing it early on. T-Mac was doing it in an era where it was a little bit more difficult. The like Mike guys were coming. They were coming. We've never seen anything like T-Mac at that size. Grant Hill, that was the most help he was going to get in Orlando. He had him, and he only played for 4 years. 4 games. I'm sorry. Out of the years that they played together, only 4 games with Grant Hill. So the help that he did have.
Another one played with injuries.
Another one, a Penny, a Grant, Derrick Rose, and here you go, T-Mac. The only reason T-Mac wasn't able to is because the opportunity wasn't presented to himself like a Shaq coming over, or a Bron coming over, or a Bosh coming over, or Spoelstra being there, or Pat Riley being there. If T-Mac had any of those things, oh my Lord. Now, when we start talking about Kobe, it gets real tricky. What's up, Don?
You done?
Oh, yeah. Just getting started already.
I mean,
setting you up. That's all.
Yeah, man. I guess I should preface this by saying Dwayne Wade is my favorite player of all time. So I'm not going to say I'm biased, but you know, Dwayne Wade is that guy. He is the third best shooting guard of all time. I don't even think he should even be in this conversation with the likes of T-Mac, AI, Vince Carter, Paul George. Like, come on.
Yeah. The list was a little stretch.
Yes.
I mean, you know, I have my Dwayne Wade facts. I don't even feel like it just depends on if one of y'all try it. I don't even feel I need to even bring up Dwayne Wade stuff. But I heard you say that T-Mac didn't have a Shaq, LeBron, Bosh. Well, Dwayne Wade. Yeah. Well, in 2006, Dwayne Wade won that championship by himself, did he not?
No, sir. No, sir, he did not. But proceed.
Who else contributed like that?
He had a complimentary. He had a complimentary of guys on that roster that was like, we talking about veterans, like
Antoine Walker,
like
White Chocolate,
veterans with pedigree. Like Gary Payton was on that roster. Did he come? Was he the year before?
No,
we talking about old Gary.
Payton was there. He was there. He only averaged 2 points in the finals.
But that's not the point. There's your veterans. Udonis. Why do they keep Udonis Haslem on the team now?
For veteran leadership right now, but.
So that's what I'm saying. When you had Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, you had Gary Payton. They had Jason Williams out there. They had a little squad. And D-Wade was.
None of his teammates in that finals averaged over 13 points, bro. Dwayne Wade was a one-man show in the finals. Bro literally put up, arguably, next to Jordan, the greatest finals performance that anybody has ever seen. Like,
I'm 100% with you. D Wade is that guy. I'm not saying D Wade. I was a little biased because again, T Mac is my guy, and a lot of people don't give him his flowers. I think T Mac is in that conversation with like Melo, and I think Melo is underappreciated as well in his career because he doesn't have those titles. He was mainly an offensive threat, a really good offensive threat. But D Wade, I mean, come on now. You're right on the money. I can't fight you on this because I agree. I want to fight you, but I literally cannot.
Because I got so much stuff up over here. I don't think y'all want to mess with me on the Dwayne Wade topic.
No. I definitely want to mess with you, especially when you bring up the numbers. Because T-Mac's numbers, we talking about before his prime. Like I said, peak time, 21 years old to about 25 years old, putting up 25 plus religiously, putting up 32 times, 3 times. Come on, stop playing.
30.
Stop playing.
You know, Jimmie,
Jimmy.
From all that I know about you, you love to speak
Which isn't much.
You love to speak about defense.
Love it. Which championships, by the way?
Why we ain't hearing that right now?
What do you mean?
T-Mac did play defense.
T-Mac wasn't no legit like defensive player like that though. Like he was solid. He was solid.
He was a solid defender.
Solid at 6'8"? That's nice. Solid at 6'8" is nice.
A lot of these guys at that size don't play defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, and we ain't talking about everybody, but I'm saying T-Mac wasn't like no lockdown defender that it's like, oh shoot, T-Mac. Like Dwayne Wade is arguably the best shot blocking shooting guard of all time. He literally leads the whole NBA history in shot blocks as a 2 guard. So
he's a legit two-way threat.
And you know, Jimmie, I heard you also say T-Mac literally had to mess with Jordan and them, and then in the 2000s, he didn't have any help. AI didn't have no help either, and he at least got his team to the finals. And that starting 5 for the finals 76ers team was horrible. Literally, they were
defensively. Were they horrible?
Not defensively, but name another offensive threat besides AI on that team.
There wasn't one. Name one for T-Mac on Orlando.
I can't defend none of that. All I'm sitting there saying is you said that if T Mac had this or had that, AI didn't have this or that, he still got his team to the finals.
No, but see, I'm glad that you said that, because when AI had this, that, in the third with Melo, what did he do?
He was
They both
old.
averaged.
He was
Hold on,
old then.
hold on. Let me spit right quick. They both was 25 points per game, top 10 scores in the league, and AI did nothing, not a damn thing. If T Mac had another 25 point per game scorer next to him, he's making it further. He's and another thing, 76ers. You said they made it to the finals. Yeah, the Nets made it to the finals. Jason Kidd 2 times without much of anything. The Pistons didn't have a number one option, but it had a cohesive unit with a great mind behind it. Made it to the championship 2 times in that span too. LeBron James with nobody. Almost everyone was doing it with quote unquote nobody in the East, the easy East, might I add. T Mac's team was boo boo in the easy East, and that's what you're saying is the issue when AI had a solid team and didn't do nothing. AI had a boo-boo team, just like other individuals that are just pointed out. Chauncey Billups, he looks a lot better than AI to this day. He went from the Pistons, leading that team 2 times and being the Finals MVP, then going to the Denver Nuggets, being able to coexist with Melo, being able to have a smaller ego, being able to have a versatile mind, and be able to play with another star. AI has never proven that. T-Mac, I believe, can or could.
AI hasn't proven what?
That he can play with another star. And win and lower his ego, change his role.
Yeah, but I don't see how that holds any weight if you're doing who was better at their prime, T Mac or AI. At AI peak at his prime, he touched stuff that T Mac just couldn't get to himself. T Mac had Yao, and I imagine in 2 of these finals, so we got 2005, 2007, and 2008 when he was with the Rockets. They lost. They only played Dirk in 2005, and they played the Jazz back-to-back in 07 and 08, and they lost to D. Will and Andre Karolinko. That's nothing to...
Carlos Boozer was on that team, too.
Oh, yeah, my bad about that
We're
one.
going to act like D. Will wasn't the top. Actually, it was between
top
him
2-point guard.
It was between him and Chris Paul. It was always between him and Chris Paul.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I just heard if he ever had another 20, 25 point per game score, Yao was there around that time. Was Yao not still putting up numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, him and Yao only played 2 years in the playoffs together.
Injuries. Like, that's a legit reason.
And both those times, they lost in Game 7.
Yeah, I see. I definitely see. I can't put T-Mac as an excellent scorer. He is, but I can't sit here and boost him up over people that have literally done more in the league on their own. Like, he literally has not done nothing. Like,
but that's what I said. But that's what I said. Like, on a win scale, he wasn't able to elevate any of his teams on a win scale.
But isn't it about winning?
It is, and that's why I couldn't fight you. I can't fight the list as far as anyone picking D Wade over T Mac.
What about AI?
Even AI, I would put AI over Ti. Over Ti. Shout out Ti. Shout out Tip, man.
Expeditious.
Yeah, I can't put T Mac over AI either. But as an offensive threat, T Mac is top tier. And Jimmie, you hit it right on the money. We did see T Mac in his prime between like the age of like 24 to 27, maybe like 23 to 27.
It starts really, really young for him.
He was dominating.
21 years old. Bro, putting up 25 plus. Like, you talking about all he does is score, but all y'all do is talk about scoring. All I talk about is defense. All y'all do is talk about scoring. T-Mac is a scorer in an era where there wasn't that many scorers. That was way, way, way more important back then than it is today, because you can find a scorer. And T-Mac's type of score, you ain't finding that almost in any era. But understand, T-Mac is his ability. AI can't touch that. AI is not as versatile as far as off-ball play. T-Mac can do it from all three levels, better than D-Wade, better than AI, better than Paul George, better than Vince Carter. Stop playing. T-Mac can do it from the post. Who can? D-Wade has a nice post game. I like his post game. Mid-range game, nice. Playmaking ability. D-Wade,
D-Wade got that.
T-Mac rebounding. 5 to 6 a game. Like, that's not, you talking about all he do is score. No, that's up
T-Mac definitely did. T-Mac was a walking 27, was definitely a walking 25, 27, 6, and damn near 5 assists. And he got a couple steals a game. So he was out there playing very well. But to Jimmy's point, he ain't had no help.
You know, I heard Jimmie. I hear you. I keep saying about this scoring. You said T-Mac was a better scorer than D-Wade and Allen Iverson. If that's the case,
I didn't say that, but I do agree that is the case. I said he's a better 3-level scorer, but completely yes, he's a better scorer than both.
I don't think he's a better finisher than either one of them. To be honest with you,
what crazy as hell?
I do not think that.
You need to ask Siri or YouTube or something right now.
I do not think he's a better at the rim over. Bro, do you know? Bro, AI was barely 6 feet going up in the hole with giants and still finishing over them, bro. Like, come on now. D-Wade, same thing. He was like 6'4", going in the hole, didn't care nothing about his body, still finishing over giants. Like, y'all keep saying he's 6'8". I would hope he can go to the hole and get over everybody. He's 6'8".
Bro, what?
There's a lot of guys that's 6'8" in the league that can't do what T-Mac was doing. Jason Tatum doesn't have the athleticism that T-Mac had. Dunking at the rim, and he's 6'8".
I agree with that.
In KD's prime at 6'10", he wasn't doing what T-Mac was doing. Melo wasn't able to get up like T-Mac.
Yo, T-Mac was 23 years old, put up 32 points a game. Your boy's top, when he won an MVP, his single MVP, 30 points a game. This dude was 23 doing more than what this guy was doing in his prime, scoring-wise.
But why, if you keep saying all of that, but why do they average more points than them? And why as a career, and why in the playoffs does Allen Iverson a career average in the playoffs is 29.7? You know what T-Mac one is? Just 22. So I can't listen to no.
That's off. It's off scaled as well because.
But hold on right quick, because y'all said the East also. They both was in the East at the same time, were they not?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody had opportunity, yes.
Okay, so why T-Mac didn't get out the first round? Why AI got his team past the first round? What that is?
Look at his team. Look at his coach.
AI didn't have no team either, bro.
Look at his coach.
But oh my God, he had Doc Rivers.
I think that brings it back to my point on T.I. didn't change the game on a win scale.
T-Mac.
Expeditiously.
Jesus. T.I.
You must have been listening to some T.I. lately.
I was not listening to T.I., but T-Mac, yeah, he didn't change the game on a win scale.
Yo.
Oh, man.
The one, you're right about the win scale, but I cannot. You continue to talk about career when we already highlighted his career was derailed by injuries. We're not going to talk about Derrick Rose's numbers compared to Westbrook when Westbrook has a way more bigger sample size. His numbers are going to be affected because at 33 years old, really, which is when your prime is over with, he didn't even play.
But at your peak, you should have did some amazing stuff. Like
he did in his peak.
Go ahead.
Yo, from 21 years old, 26 points per game, and until the age of 27, he was 25 or more. That's it. That's in his peak. That's his peak. 21 to 27 peak. Boom. Ain't prime, but it's his peak.
By the time he turned 29, he was hurt, and he never played the same again. So your statistics is thrown off a little bit because after between the age 29 and 33, he bounced around to 4 different teams, and he barely played. He barely played. He only played like 25, maybe 30 games max. I think with the Knicks, Detroit, Spurs.
But what? Okay, but like, what about the stats in his peak? Like you said, peak. So Dwayne Wade, he been all defensive team 3 times. How many times T-Mac been? None.
Never.
All NBA teams. D-Wade got 8. T-Mac only got what, like 7? He got 7. I give him that. That's still pretty good.
In the midst of injuries.
That's gonna be y'all. That's gonna be y'all thing all night. Injuries for him, huh? I get it. I get it.
That's the reason that whenever you bring up T-Mac, you got to bring up the injuries, because if T-Mac didn't have that,
you talking about levels, yo? And D Wade's on this level. Let's not get it twisted. Because of other goats. Because of other goats, from the coaching level, Pat Riley, or GM level too, Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, LeBron James, Chris. D Wade has some of the most help of all time. So if T-Mac has some of the most help of all time, along with that ability, which is higher, he has a higher ceiling as far as ability compared to D-Wade. Stop playing. Now, defensively, you'll never hear me argue T-Mac's better than D-Wade. You got that. Hang your hat on that if you want to. But you also hang your hat on LeBron and Shaq, too. And I don't like that too much.
Bruh.
Don, any last words?
I mean, you hear I ain't arguing about nothing about when it happened with LeBron. But you keep trying to say Shaq. Shaq did. Oh my God!
You know,
bruh averaged 35 points.
Right?
Bruh averaged 30. Bruh averaged 30.
You're talking about the playoff, the finals series, but
yes, because he was washed by then. He was not doing nothing in the finals, bruh. He averaged 13 points, and he did get 10 rebounds. D Wade averaged 35 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and one block. But
it's
what are you going to see the numbers at, bro?
We're talking about Shaq right now.
Yes. There's a reason why Charles Barkley.
There's a reason why Shaq was washed, but in the beginning of the season he wasn't. Could
it not happen?
No, not when you was an MVP candidate.
When you get to the finals and then teams playing you differently, who was? I don't even have to ask you that, because we all 3 of us know Dwayne Wade was the main reason why they won that finals.
He was Batman.
Yes. So there's obviously a reason that Charles Barkley keep telling Shaq that he got carried to the finals by D Wade. So I just don't see how you keep on bringing up Shaq like he was doing something so spectacular in the finals, like he was back there when Kobe was playing with him. He wasn't doing none of that stuff there.
Who was a better Robin at the time?
Out of who?
And anybody. Shaq was the Robin.
Antoine Walker was putting up more points than Shaq.
Yeah, but I'm talking about based off. All right, Antoine Walker's nice. I love Antoine Walker, so I'm not trying to poo-poo him. But he was not the second best player on that team. But other teams, Robin, who was the next best player on other teams? Were they Shaq level?
Talking about that year that they won the finals?
Yeah, or even look at the opponent, Dirk. Who was his next best player?
Hold on. Because they did have to play the Pistons, and the Pistons had just won the championship the year before, I believe. They had Billups, Rip, Sheed, Ben Wallace, and Tayshaun Prince. That's an all-time team,
Shaq?
man.
Well, first off, that's an all-time team, but it's not all-time collection of talent. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the talent of Shaq. Is any of those guys single-handedly a Shaq?
No.
Affect the game like Shaq. Alonzo Mourning to back him up, but that's neither here nor there. Y'all boys ready to get into this?
And on that note, we're gonna definitely get into the Slim Reaper as a closing argument. I think we all agree that D Wade is definitely top 3 shooting guard all time.
Yes, sir.
And we are just here as well to give T-Mac his flowers. Next topic. What we got?
Oh yeah, the Slim Reaper. KD explains himself. He's always over here chopping it up, tweeting it up, chirping it up with any old body, Jane Doe, John Doe. It don't matter. And KD this time around, he explains himself. He says he really wanted to be traded because he wanted more fundamentals, more shell drills, more defensive intangibles, defensive principles, the things that lead to championships, but he wanted more of that and less shoot arounds. We're going to chop it up about this and where KD potentially can go if he so chooses to ask for another one. What's up, fellas?
Right there.
All right. So I was just looking at, a few places that KD could go, and also just thinking about KD as a player, where he would actually want to go. And I would say that to make it kind of like a happy medium for the Nets and to make KD happy, I don't see any other option, because I was going to hit y'all with the New Orleans Pelicans and bring my championship prediction correct, but I'm not going to do that tonight. But he's going to go to Boston.
That ain't too crazy now.
It ain't. But I don't think KD wants to go to New Orleans. That's the only reason I didn't pick them. So I'm going to say he's going to go to the Boston Celtics.
Ew, that is such a KD move.
Exactly. Exactly. They're going to have to give up Jaylen Brown. They're going to have to give up Marcus Smart and future draft picks. So now you got two elite scorers in KD and Jason Tatum. Duke Nation. You already know Duke Nation. But that's box office right there. That's box office. This team is already 12-3. I think with KD, they can continue to be just as good. May even elevate them. Because you can get the same production from losing Smart and Brown out of KD as long as he stays healthy. Because you still got other defensive talent on that team that you don't really have to worry about, right? And KD isn't no slouch on defense.
Damn sure ain't Marcus Smart or Tatum either, though.
So I think when playoff time comes, KD elevates his game. And let's not take that small sample size of last year when we had the James Harden debacle. We had the Kyrie debacle all year. We had the Ben Simmons debacle. We had the Steve Nash debacle. So there's a bunch of stuff that was going on in that organization last year that may have affected this team, this Nets team, and KD in the playoffs. So I would love to see KD on this Celtics team.
And how far could they go?
Oh, that's a championship team, no matter. Easily with KD. KD
even
and Tatum.
Even out east.
Even out the East. Who in the East is going to stop that team?
When you start breaking up that team and their depth, and that's one of their biggest strengths, or the versatility of that team, they could switch one through whatever. Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. Jason Tatum, a two-way star. I wouldn't even consider KD a two-way star. You're really dropping off defensively if you do that. You're really changing your mindset. So I think the Bucks could really rock with them still. I believe the 76ers will have a good shot because you're compromising your defense, being able to effectively double-team Joel Embiid. It'll be
not worried about the Sixers.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that one. I would say Cavs, maybe.
It's tricky.
But
it's
the Celtics,
big. I like it.
And the Cavs play defense, too. Well, their bigs play defense.
Right.
But you got shooters. You got shooters on the Celtics. Not only can they play defense, but they can also shoot.
Yeah.
Grant Williams can shoot.
Yes.
Brogdon can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
KD, Tatum. Who else we got?
Where's the bench? Al Horford, Robert Williams.
Al Horford.
Mm-hmm.
They still don't even have Robert Williams yet. Come on now.
Hey, the Celtics starting to look a little bit deep. I watched them with last night. They had Sam Hauser knocking down threes yesterday. I said, Jesus.
It's a dangerous team.
Definitely is a dangerous team. And, you did your thing with that, man, because that's really a KD soft behind move, following up LeBron only doing, a little bit better, a little bit softer than LBJ. And because of that, these are the teams I think KD would go to potentially. It's three of them, and it just bear with me, fellas. I'm talking about the Miami Heat. Yes, the Miami Heat. The Cavs. Yes, the Cavs. passing up or trying to do one better than LeBron James. I can see KD trying to do that in some way, shape, or form. Sort of like how LeBron tried to get Westbrook and prove something, but that's neither here nor there. And the Raptors, to me, the Raptors look sexy. It looks beautiful because you have the championship pedigree, you have the defense of mind, you have defense intangibles within that culture already. You can see it within the way they play. The effort is coached, is preached. And with him and Pascal, Pascal's taking a jump. Pascal can be a true Robin yet again. You can argue Kyle Lowry was that, but I argue Pascal was that. If you look back on that season with the Raptors, Pascal Siakam came out that year. Pascal's taken it to another level. He's able to close for the Raptors. The Raptors now have a closer, a true one. To me, Pascal's a top 20 player in the league. I'm here to say it today. Defensively, you know how I feel about it. And he's a defensive leader, defensive anchor of that team. KD on that team would be beautiful. Leadership, he doesn't have to worry about. He can sit back and relax. Miami, same thing. Leadership is taken care of. Jimmy Butler and him. KD needs some help. They have what he needs. Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, get him out of there. Put KD in there. Get it big. I could see Jimmy Butler and KD doing a little bit of something. And then for them Cavs, trade Darius Garland and Mobley, I could see something. Trade LeVert and Darius Garland, I could see something. But you have to get rid of Darius Garland or Mobley in order to even think about getting KD.
I would never. And if I'm my fault, Don.
No, you good because I think we're on the same page with that.
That was pretty ridiculous. Because if I'm
that Cavs one,
both of them. If I'm Miami, why am I giving up my best defensive big man? And damn near.
All he said was Hero. All he said was
gonna give up.
He said Bam. He said Bam and Hero.
Yeah.
You tripping? You tripping?
And he was about to give up Marcus Smart, the defensive player of the year, and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, because I can still get the same production out of KD.
What?
Why would
you can get defensive player of the year production?
No, but I have other defensive players on the team that can complement his talent. I'll get the points that Jaylen Brown can give me and Marcus Smart can give me because offensively he's not as consistent, but defensively KD isn't. He isn't a bad defender. I can still get boards. He can still disrupt the rim. I mean, I'm not worried about Marcus Smart. I can give up Marcus Smart for KD. We're talking about a generational offensive threat in Kevin Durant, still at the age of 33.
Right, approaching outside his prime. These players are in their prime, proving something, and their mindset and ability is only going to get better after that championship experience.
But why do you get KD? So you can win a championship. I don't care about 5 years from now. I care about today. About today. That's why I'm giving up. That's why I'm giving up my young talent to bring in KD because we want to win a championship today. I don't want to win a championship in 2 years. If I wanted that, I'll keep Jaylen Brown and we'll move forward.
You're getting on me for Bam and Tyler when Marcus and Jaylen are way more of a dynamic duo than Bam and Tyler. Bam is a power forward, really. They really should be playing big. That's the problem with Miami. I'm going to get into them a little bit later. But go ahead, though.
The reason why I said Bam is because why do I give up my best defensive player for Kevin Durant? Why do I have to give up my best defensive big man when I don't have any other consistent big man for KD? If I'm Miami, I'm okay with my team. I'm not going to go out and get KD.
No, I can't wait.
Especially Cleveland. Why would I give up Darius Garland, a young, talented guard, and Darius Garland
and Mobley,
who I just drafted, who is a good defensive player for KD? It doesn't make any sense.
But you're willing to give up Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown, proven players.
Bro, that makes more sense than those other two. Literally. See, there you go with that proven stuff. His upside is higher than a Marcus Smart or Jaylen Brown. Like Mobley, they're projecting him to be one of those guys, and now you're talking about Garland, who's been improving constantly. He was just an all-star last year. Bruh is like that. So you talking about taking away their. Basically, in the Miami Heat situation and Cavaliers situation, you talking about taking away two of their top three players for one old guy coming in there. And yes, he's still KD, but no, that it doesn't make sense. The Cavaliers have already made their trade. They went for Donovan Mitchell. It doesn't make sense to shake that up again. Miami, I'm a Heat fan, so I would love to see it, but it still doesn't make sense to trade Hero and Bam. the trade package that they had over the summer was like Hero, Duncan Robinson, or Hero and Kyle Lowry. That's not doing
But
nothing.
I give that trade up any day.
Exactly.
Of course you would, because that's not enough to get KD. That's not,
But you're not
this ain't
only
2K.
not only
Exactly. That's why it's not going to work. So that's why we're not getting them.
Y'all are giving bags of chips. I'm giving comparable shit. Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo.
But that's not how it works.
It doesn't.
But that's not how it works. You don't always you don't get what you put out. The Nets gave away James Harden. Look what they got now. Ben Simmons. You don't get equal value for what you trade away.
But not only that, you're not only trading. And say, I'm just going to use this package as an example. Duncan and Hero and Kyle Lowry. But you're also getting future draft picks. You're probably getting like 4 draft picks.
No, you're not getting nothing because they're not looking at that trade, bro. That's a terrible trade.
So that's why the Heat don't work. That's the thing.
No, the reason why the Heat, in order for it to work, you have to add another star player because KD's a top 5 player in the league. You just was cool with giving up 2 of the top 3 players on the Celtics, but you're not cool with giving up 2 of the top 3 players on the Heat. The Celtics just made the championship. The Heat did not.
Let me ask you this: if they give away Bam and Tyler Hero, where are the Heat? They all are is Jimmie and KD. The Heat literally do not have nobody. Today. They don't have nobody else, bro. I promise you. I watched it. They don't have nobody else. So what's the point?
I think all parties wouldn't want that trade except the Nets. I don't even think KD will want that.
Because he said the only way he want to go to Miami is if Bam is there, Jimmie is there. Hell, he even said Kyle Lowry, and Kyle Lowry is washed.
KD said a lot of things, so I'm not going to go based off what KD said. As far as the Miami Heat, their situation, like the Miami Heat are very, very smart. So when it comes to acquiring the top talent or one of the top talents in the league, they have a recipe for that, or a trade package for that when it came to Shaq, and getting rid of Shaq in order to get some trade assets for years to come. The Heat are a seasoned team that has proven a lot as far as the top and the bottom. The GM and the KD going to a team that's proven, or a team that has championship pedigree. You just said the Celtics because the Celtics have something in place. The Warriors, he went to the Warriors because of how they play. Miami Heat's brand of basketball caters to KD's mindset as far as leadership as well. Him being able to sit back and relax. The Miami Heat, without Tyler Hero and Bam, Tyler Hero, first off, is slightly overrated in my mind. I'm sorry. Bam Adebayo, he's a nice center. I like him a lot, but he's a part of the problem in Miami because.
Hey Jimmie, what you say? Top five. Ain't that what you said?
Who's top 5?
Top 5 center.
I agree. Bam is a top 5 center. And because he's a top 5 center, along with Tyler Hero is not no true starter and shooting guard in my eyes. He's a 6-man type guy until proven otherwise. Again, I'm wrapped up in Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown being cool, but Bam and Tyler not. It makes no sense to me. When Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown are clearly head and shoulders above Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero.
Bro, you looking at it as that, like literally, just look at it this way. The Celtics have the team in place that if they did give away 2 pieces like that, they still have a championship level team after they make that trade.
They have no bench.
Yes, they do.
They still have the same players on the bench. You give them 2 starters for KD.
No, let's name because Brogdon's going to have to start, right? So he's not coming off the bench no more. Jason Tatum, KD, Grant Hill. Gallinari is hurt. Dylan Gallinari got hurt. Grant Williams, Robert Williams, and Al Horford. So you have a big man off the bench. Derek White. So you have
you still got Peyton Pritchard.
Okay, cool.
Is he not a rotational player, man?
Yeah, yes, but for y'all to act like Derek White, cool, that's respectable. Peyton Pritchard, he's still trying to prove something. Derek White is proven. You're going to say back to proven shit. Yes, proven shit matters when you're talking about a team that's trying to go to the championship. We talked about QBs trading for top end quarterbacks in order to get their team over the top. KD is that top end quarterback and then some. The Celtics bench would be compromised because now instead of a 8-9-man rotation, you're talking about a 7-8-man rotation. That matters.
But Jimmie, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, Jimmie, you saying the same thing. You saying that, but it literally is the same thing for the Miami Heat. Like literally, who can you really name? Exactly. That is my point. If you trade Tyler Hero and Bam, what do they have left besides Jimmy
It
and
doesn't.
KD?
It
That's
doesn't
not
make
going to
them.
win. That's not
It
going to
doesn't
win
make
you a
them a better.
championship.
It doesn't make them a better team.
Wow.
Moving Bam and Hero doesn't make the Heat a better team.
Now, if you're just
Moving,
talking about Hero, yeah, that
yes,
makes them a better team.
I'll take that all day, and I think
The fact that y'all think y'all can trade Tyler for KD with some picks is utter blasphemy.
no, it's not.
Tyler with picks?
You're
You know
probably
what Rudy
said
Gobert was received?
That's what it got messed up at because the Jazz fleeced the Timberwolves. That's because the Timberwolves are stupid. Like you can't sit there and say, "Oh, Rudy Gobert went for this," and so what? This for KD. That's why he didn't get traded this over the summer because of that. Because of how it was going to look if they settled for less than what the Jazz got for Gobert. But that's not like a. It's not those picks that they got for Gobert is not like a what I'm looking for. It doesn't represent like how good Rudy Gobert
True,
is.
bro.
He isn't worth all of that. It's just you found a sucker and you took advantage of it.
What's up, cuz?
yeah. I agree with Dom on this one, man. I just can't see KD going to either one of those teams because the players that you have them giving up doesn't make the roster better for wherever KD is going to go. And no matter what, whoever trades with the Nets, they have more leverage than the Nets. KD doesn't want to be there. You have a problem with KD because obviously he doesn't want to play for your organization. What are you going to do? You either keep him, and it may become a bigger issue, or you can give it to me. I give you something. I give you Tyler Hero, a couple of draft picks, and we're throwing Kyle Lowry in there too, just to take the problem off your hands.
And now you ain't got to deal with Kyrie no more.
Yeah, y'all must think the Nets dumb.
But bro, you gotta think. But you got to think about it. They're not going to get equal value for KD. For equal value, you got to get like a top 5, top 10 player up by then. That's not going to happen.
KD is under contract. If anyone, and listen, they've almost pushed Kyrie out the door for a lot of different reasons. The Nets don't give a damn. They have KD under contract, so really they have the leverage. And the changing of the guard is going to gradually come. I believe player empowerment is coming, or it's been here for years, but it's going to get worse before it gets better again. And this is a part of it. They're going to flex their power just like they did. They said, you want to get traded? You said Steve Nash, Sean Marks, or me. This partially happened, but he's still there. Like that, he is under contract. So in order to get, you're right, comparable value is never going to happen. You're talking about KD, a top end talent ever. But you're comparing the Nets situation. We need to compare the Nets situation with the team that the Nets is on right now to the team that KD wants to potentially go to, a situation he wants to go to. The Suns was a part of it too. They have something.
And they were talking about Mikal Bridges. They wasn't talking about Devin Booker.
Yeah.
They wasn't talking about.
Yeah.
They wasn't talking about DeAndre Ayton.
Yep.
They
was,
talking.
And that's
about
why he's
Mikal
still
Bridges.
in the Nets, because that is laughable.
That's not.
And see,
probably still talking.
That's my choice. Like you literally about to speak on it. That's my choice. The Suns.
But before you get into that, and before you get into that, Don, James Harden and Paul Millsap went from Brooklyn to the Sixers for Ben Simmons, Steph Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round draft picks. And you mean to tell me that he is going to give up Hero and Bam for KD? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Like Jimmie, I think you're trying to help the Nets win also, and that's just not what's going to happen. They're not going to win a trade. It's going to be the other team that gets KD. That's the winner. The Nets can't come out as a winner in this. They already messed up.
Even if they do give a Bam and Tyler, I don't believe the Nets won that trade. I believe the Heat did. But that's neat because you're talking about an organization that can maximize shit, anything. That's how I think of the Heat.
And one more thing on the Nets thing, it couldn't, that trade particularly couldn't happen because they have Ben Simmons. They can't have
rookie,
two.
so.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that right there went where the one I got is the Suns. Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, some first round picks, pick swaps, and KD get a chance to play with D Book and CP3. That was one of his two teams over the summer that he wanted to go to. Would you just say
Ayton?
Yeah, Ayton would still be there.
Yo, y'all must put rookie on that 2K shit and just press trade.
Bro, you can't. I don't think Ayton can even go to the Nets because again, he's still on his rookie.
He just signed an extension.
He just signed his extension.
Tomorrow, almost a big four. Go ahead though.
Is that really a big? Is it really a big four like that? Chris Paul is kind of washed. Ayton is hit and miss, and so you really just got a big two in Booker and KD, and they already the number 2 seed out west. I would take the Suns over everybody out west if KD went there. Literally, I mean,
and I'll take the Celtics winning the championship with KD. He goes.
That's what I'm saying, Jimmy. I would say the one that you did come up with that I would agreed with was the Raptors one. That one made
that was
sense.
my main one, but I mean, again, even with the Raptors, if I'm the Nets, give me Pascal, or we're not talking.
It's not going to be Pascal. It's going to be OG. It's going to be OG, though.
And Fred VanVleet. That's what I think it should be. I think it should be Fred VanVleet and OG. Get him out of there, and along with some draft picks. But also, the Raptors have crazy draft picks going forward. They've done a solid job setting themselves up. The Cavaliers don't have too much to offer. That's why you also have to go for the top-end talent on your roster for comparable money because KD's already locked up. So you have to make sure the finances is taken care of and matching. Great point with the Ben Simmons because you have to get Ben Simmons out of there first. It'll be a 3-way trade. But yeah, the Suns isn't bad, but you're gonna have to give up more than just Mikal Bridges and another role player and picks. Like
Jimmy, I really think that you think. I really think that you think. I really think you think these people are going to trade like their whole team for KD. That's just not how it's going to happen.
Top end talent for top end talent.
That's not how it works, though.
You have to look at the trades that's been even happening from the NBA, from the NFL. Like you're not getting top tier guys for top tier guys. You're getting top tier guys, and you're getting young capital and draft picks for the other team's top tier guys. That's what's going on.
So
I mean, like even Paul George trade.
They have
the Suns an example of that.
Yes, you're getting Mikal in first rounders, and then with the Celtics, you're getting Jaylen Brown, and I don't know, maybe they might throw a first or two firsts up in there for it. Like you're getting at least a young star in picks.
Wait, just Jaylen Brown? That works.
No,
Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart is too
Smart
much.
also.
Yeah, that's
I don't think they have the cap space to. They would have to give up Marcus Smart, but I think we all got our teams here. So I got the Celtics. Don has the Suns, and Jimmie has either the Cavs or the Heat.
Actually, it's the Raptors. But those are the KD, soft shit, Cavs, Heat shit. How he do.
I like it. So now, what we about to get into, Jimmie?
We about to put the GM hat on. It was a little appetizing this last segment, seeing how we construct teams and such. Now we're really going to construct our own team. Let's run it down with the draft. We got to start the 5 and then the 6 man. The 6 man is very important. 6 men make it to the Hall of Fame. Role players make it to the Hall of Fame. Let's run it down, GMs. Who has the first pick?
All right, so we're going to do a snake draft here. A 6-man roster, starting 5, including a 6-man. And with the flip of the coin, Don, what you got, heads or tails?
Heads.
And whatever it lands on, let's see. Okay, so it landed on tails. So, Jimmie, you win that. Jimmie, heads or tails?
I would take heads.
It has landed on heads.
Mm.
Jimmie with the first pick.
Man,
Don, what you got?
Heads.
All right. It has landed on heads. So Don will pick number 2 of the No Game Just Business podcast NBA draft.
Mm-hmm.
You ready to get it started, man?
Oh yeah. Let's
anybody got a pencil, a pen, anything?
I'm writing it down. I got
Perfect.
I got to hear this. Let's hear.
That's what I like to hear. Jimmie, with the first overall pick, who you got?
Now, I'll be disrespectful. Greek freak. If I didn't choose him, the Greek freak. Come on, huh?
We're gonna clap it up.
Yes. Hey.
I ain't even mad at that. I ain't even mad.
Because he surely was gonna be mine if you didn't take him. I guess I might as well go ahead and get Jimmie mad now. Give me Luka.
Okay. I like it. We're gonna clap it up for Don too. We're gonna clap it up for Don. Here we go. So Jimmie with the Greek freak with the first pick, and Don with Luka, the second pick.
Oh yeah.
And good thing I got my notes here because this is what I planned for. I had a feeling. Third pick of this draft. And you know who I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna just take it over, man. We're gonna go with Tatum, a baller, offensive threat, championship pedigree. We're gonna take Jason Tatum.
Okay.
And to go along with Jason Tatum, I could pick KD and just make my Celtics roster right here. I could just do it.
Gosh. I hope you got a bench.
I'm gonna go with another offensive threat. We're gonna shoot the lights out. I'm gonna go with Devin Booker. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
Back-to-back scores, back-to-back offensive threats. Who you gonna stop?
Okay.
John, you on the clock.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to talk myself out of doing what I said I was gonna do the other day when we talked, but I can't do it. Donovan, give me Jokic, man.
Oh my God. The Joker. You're joking. I cannot.
He got Luka in the
Disgusting. Even in 2K, that's disgusting.
That's an ugly tandem right there.
Hey, we talking about two legitimate triple double machines that did. We'll be out.
One way, dead end.
Hey, that's why I still got other spots, man.
Who's is Margo? The Lake Show. Dame Dollar.
Okay.
Dame Dollar. Come on,
Dame
man.
Dollar with Giannis. Not mad at it. And Jimmie.
Is you Jimmie?
Oh my gosh.
Pick number 3.
Goodness gracious. Ooh, this is a tough one. Because especially I didn't know it was coming, but I'm gonna go with Joel Embiid. Give Giannis a little bit of space down there. Joel, pick and pop a little bit. Either or, y'all do y'all thing. Who next?
John, what you got? I don't like that pick.
Idea.
Dame Dollars, Joel.
We talking about all healthy, right?
Yes.
Give me Kawhi.
That's a beautiful pick.
So Don so far got Kawhi,
Luka, and Joker.
And Luka. Ugh.
Hey,
I still got the best roster. And you know who I'm about to go with? My top 5. The baby face assassin, Steph Curry.
Where's the
defense? Hey.
We gonna shoot the lights out. That's all I gotta say. We're gonna shoot the lights out. And you know what? I like that you said defense because I'm gonna just lock it down right now, and I'm gonna go with Rudy Gobert. He's gonna lock down everyone that comes in the paint. So we got the babyface assassin. We got Kevin Booker, Jason Tatum, and Rudy Gobert at the 5. What's up? What's up?
You know, give me KD. He been on the board too long. Give me KD.
I feel that. But ew.
Man, I got 2 solid defenders, and two legitimate playmakers. Hey,
Two liabilities. But anywho,
Yeah, I'm not liking his roster, man.
Darius, I know you not talking over there with Curry and Booker up over there.
What are you talking about? Offensively, no one is stopping this team.
Where's the defense? They ain't
I
stopping nobody.
I have Rudy Gobert. I don't need no other defender.
All you gotta do is drag him out to the perimeter, and that's over with.
You got two liabilities, Steph and Rudy, but that's neither here.
Oh no, Booker too. Booker.
Now, Jaylen Brown, please stand up and come over here and run that small four for us next to Giannis and Joel.
It's on you, Jimmie.
Oh my God! So this is my fifth. Am I correct?
This your your fifth.
Oh my goodness! It's between two guys, but I'm gonna go Drew Holiday. Yes, I said it. Combo guard, defend 1 through 3, knock him down. What's up? Next to Dame and Drew. Oh my God! Come on. Who next?
I'm gonna make Jimmie mad.
Jesus.
Nah, I'm not gonna make Jimmie mad. I'm not gonna make him mad. So you, man.
Give me DeJounte Murray.
Yo, his team is so ugly. Yeah, that team is nasty.
I got defense and I got shooting and I got playmaking.
The computer won't even pick that team for you.
It doesn't. It's like it's just like just picking a play out of the hat.
Just
like it doesn't gel. It doesn't gel. Yeah. I'm not feeling that team.
How does this not gel? I literally have Luka at the point. I got Murray at the 2 guard, and then I got KD or Kawhi at the power forward, the small forward, and Jokic. Like literally, I got defense, I got shooting, and I got playmaking.
Just Jokic and Luka together just doesn't even sound right.
Yeah. It sound right to me.
KD soft behind in that.
I know. You picked him. And so I got the babyface assassin, Devin Booker at the 2.
Mm-hmm.
We got Tatum at the 4. We got Rudy Gobert at the 5. And y'all talking about defense? We're going to take Jimmy Butler. Come on, man. We're going to put him at the 3. We need a little... We need a little nasty on the court, man.
So Tatum's playing the 4.
Yep, Tatum's gonna play the 4. We good.
Better than Don.
We good over here. And I think I got my last pick, right?
You do.
I'm gonna just end it right here with the second splash, brother, and we're gonna take Klay Thompson at the 6-man position.
Bro.
And he's gonna come off the bench. Only thing I need you to do is shoot the lights out, Klay. Play a little defense too.
What in the world?
We good over here. I was gonna make Jimmie mad, but I'm not gonna take his guy. He could have him.
Nah. Wait. Klay off the bench?
Klay off the bench. 6-man.
You about to make me change mine, but go ahead, Don.
It's between 2 players right now.
You looking real down. It's okay.
Nah, because I don't really want to say him. Nah, I just I'm not the biggest Lakers fan, and he played for the Lakers. I'm trying to talk myself into it. No, bump that. Give me Ja.
I'm about to say, why y'all tripping? But Ja's is beautiful.
So ugly.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. He should be traded for one of them dudes out.
Yeah, I send you Klay for Ja.
No, I don't want that.
Ja don't belong in that nasty roster.
I don't want that.
Man, oh man, my guy off the bench is gonna be that man, Brandon Ingram. Oh my God, off the bench. Stop playing with me. 6th man of the year, B.I.
I'm not horribly mad at that.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Don, what was good?
Was that 6 right there?
That's six. That's six. But I mean, I'm just looking at the red. I'm just
let's hit the squads. Run it down, Don.
So Jimmie, yeah, I guess at point guard you would have Dame and Drew Holiday at the 2, Jaylen Brown at the 3, Freak at the 4, and Embiid at the 5. Solid. And then BI coming off the bench. Myself, I have Luka at the point. I guess I'll say Murray because Murray has defense. Murray at the 2, KD or Kawhi at the 3 and 4, and Jokic. And then Ja coming off the bench. Darius, I'm guessing Curry at point, Booker at the 2, Butler at the 3, Tatum at the 4, and Rudy. Oof. And Clay coming out the bench.
That's a nasty roster right there, man. That's a nasty roster, man.
Rudy, though. Rudy just messes it up for me.
He could have got Bam. He could have got some.
No.
I gotta say, y'all talking like he's not a 3-time defensive player of the year.
He's a liability.
In the perimeter-driven era.
Oh, my gosh. You're taking away great. You're taking away. You acting like he's not gonna.
What's he gonna do? What is he gonna do with any of these two two centers that we got? Embiid eating him, Jokic gonna eat him. What is he gonna do?
Y'all talking like he's not the defensive player of the year 3 times.
But what is he doing with those two players that we be saying?
In the playoffs?
I got him to go against Joel Embiid. The true big.
Barbecue chicken.
No, not a true big. Joel Embiid is not a true big. He's one of the first 3-level scorers we've ever seen in our lives. So he's going to be at the 3-point line while Giannis is dunking. Woody, what you going to do? Are you going to go to the 3-point line? What are you going to do? What happens when Embiid's out, Ingram's in, Giannis is at the 5? What are you going to do? 5 out. Oh, my God.
Y'all crazy.
Yeah, then you got Butler. He don't shoot worth a lick, so you're gonna have Rudy and Butler. That whole side, I ain't paying that whole side no attention.
No, I like the Jimmie. And the playmaking is beautiful. It allows Steph to work off ball. Jimmie can play make. Jason can play make. Booker can cook. I like that. It's just the Rudy.
Y'all have a whole on that team. It's a whole bunch of guys that need the ball besides Curry and Clay. Butler needs the ball. Tatum needs the ball. Booker needs the ball. How that gonna work?
Tatum don't need the ball. Booker don't need the ball. Catch and shoot. They can catch and shoot like a mother.
They do. But Tatum do not be doing no catching and shooting, like running off screens and stuff.
Games you've been watching because Tatum is a screen, catch and shoot, off ball, either shoulder, mid range, 3-point, 3-level score, extraordinaire.
He's a 3-level scorer, but is he running off screens or is he just posted up in the corner and then he just catching the ball and shoot?
The Celtics team y'all just pointed out, they have so many ball handlers.
You just proved my point. He just sitting in the corner.
No, let me spit. I'm proving my point right now. Marcus Smart, he handles the ball. Jaylen Brown, he handles the ball. Derek White, he handles the ball. If those players all handle the ball, Jason Tatum has to then play off ball, which will then allow him to come off screens, catch and shoot.
When does he come off of screens? That's my point. All he doing is sitting in the corner.
Good.
He sits in the corner. He doesn't come off screens that often. He literally sits in the corner and he does catch and shoots like that.
He does a little bit of everything, but that's still catching and shooting. That's off-ball ability, slashing too. He's a great cutter.
I can do that.
I love how y'all just breaking down my roster. I love it.
Yeah, it's just the Rudy. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing to break down mine. It's flawless. I mean, it's flawless. You're talking about the best center, the best power forward.
He's not the best center, but okay.
Crazy as hell. I'm talking about both ends, not just offense. But anywho, and as far as that off-ball ability, Joker, where's he catching and shooting? You want to speak on that? You want to speak on his cutting ability? You want to speak on his? He's over here ball dominant, usage rate. Yeah. Luka and Joker? How?
Yeah, but he has John Morant too.
But that's off the bench. But that's off the bench. That's off the bench. We ain't got to speak on Ja. We can just speak on the first two.
Who has? You have Jan? No.
KD and Kawhi.
KD. All of those guys are ball dominant, except
KD.
Yeah, KD can move.
KD, yeah, KD. Yeah. Jokic literally, he'll post up at the 3-point line and just catch and shoot. He literally does that now.
Yo,
Does he not?
your defense, the rim protector, like who? The Joker? Yo,
Hey,
oh,
we got Kawhi and we got KD. We gonna make something shake.
who you guards again? Luca and Murray.
And DeJounte Murray,
Mm-hmm.
and he locking shit up.
Yeah, he better with Luca right there. Man, oh man, you talking about Jalen, Drew, and Dame? What the hell? Yo,
Crazy.
But
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create this and I'm gonna put it out, and we're gonna see who everybody think has the best roster.
I like it. I like it.
I'm about to try this in 2K. I'm about to try this. In 2K.
You had to put a simulation out there, man.
Right. Now we're gonna take
I thought about it, but I didn't. I thought about it, but I said I don't want to have to trade all these people to different teams.
Yeah, you got to force this, force that, like I was doing earlier, trying to trade Tyler for KD. But anywho, we're gonna take off our GM hats and we're gonna put that one surprise on, one disappointment on. Early on in the season, not even 20 games in, but we're gonna run it down, talk about it, spit about it. Let's get it, fellas.
My one surprise is the Trailblazers, number one in the West right now. It kind of reminds me of Dame Dollar and CJ McCollum, with Dame Dollars and now Afrini Simmons, who Portland drafted him and developed him. He's been around that team. He's been around Dame for 4 years now, and has progressively gotten better as a player. I think Dame is on a mission. I think he's on a mission. He heard everyone saying, "Hey, Dame's talent's getting wasted in Portland. He's never gonna win a ring there." And Dame's like, "Nah, I'm a hometown guy. I'm gonna do it for this organization. I'm gonna do it for this team. As long as I'm here, I got championship aspirations." And then Afrini stepping up. Nurkic gives you that double-double. Pretty versatile, pretty athletic big man. And then they also got Jeremiah Grant, who's a two-way, slashing type forward who plays well. This is a solid roster. My thing with them is it's a long season. So we got to see if they continue to get better. Hopefully injuries doesn't plague them because, Dame has been a little injury prone the last couple of years. And let's see what they can do in the playoffs. We know Dame time in the playoffs. So.
Oh yeah, Dame time. Man, that's a nice pick, cuz that's a nice pick. That team, Jeremy Grant is one of my favorite players. A Syracuse product. Jeremy Grant, ever since the bubble, the bubble championship, LA Lakers, ever since then, he has been on a different level. His ability to create for himself, his athletic ability to maximize, you pair that with two combo guards in Anthony Simons and Dame Dollar, it's an issue. Beautiful pick. Beautiful.
I like the pick also, but I just don't think they're gonna make no noise like that in the playoffs, honestly. But they're balling now. Can't take that away from them.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
And Billups got them boys balling.
Oh yeah. What's up, Don? Who you going with?
My one surprise isn't in a good way. My one surprise is the Warriors. They're 6-9 right now. Steph putting up MVP numbers, best numbers he ever put up. He averaging 32 points a game, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 53% from the field, 44% from three. And he just doesn't have any help. I mean, Clay is struggling, shooting 35% from the field, 33 from 3-point. And they just sent James Wiseman down to the G League. They 0-8 on the road. It's just not what I thought this team was going to be coming out. I mean, I thought they was going to be the top of the West. Jordan Poole has been struggling. The bench is non-existent. I don't know. Maybe Draymond, when he punched Jordan Poole, it just knocked the team chemistry off or something, because this ain't it right now. That's who I got as my surprise, the Warriors. They still have time to turn it around, but they not looking like that championship team.
Yeah. Go ahead, cuz I'm gonna cool down a little bit. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that was a surprise. Well, that was my disappointment. Damn. He hit it right. Everything he said was in my notes, man. It's
Damn,
in
man.
my notes. The Warriors' slow start. James Wiseman done went to the G League. They have their young guys that they want to develop, but it isn't, looking too great. Clay's shooting his lowest field goal percentage of his career so far. Steph isn't getting any consistency from Jordan Poole, who that's supposed to be another offensive threat. I mean,
The only kind of solid one is Wiggins along with him.
yeah, but I mean, Steph and Wiggins. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they go out and trade all their young players like Kuminga, Moody, Wiseman, and some draft picks, and they go try to get KD. But then again, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work with Draymond, right? Steph needs
Draymond last year. He going after this.
Steph needs someone else to step up for this team, and they also need to get better at defense because they're third in scoring, but they also give up a lot of points as well. So I don't know. That was my disappointment. So there you go.
Yeah, picks are my disappointment. I'm almost about to erase the Miami Heat because actually the Miami Heat are my disappointment, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes here.
Wow.
You're talking about the Golden State Warriors here. You're talking about a team that just came off a championship, a team that's been doing this for half a decade now, maybe a little bit over that. You need some adversity, some bumpers in the road for it to be at least fun. Like, what would we talk? If the Celtics,
this is coming from a Lakers fan.
No. Well, actually, I should be able to speak on this because I've come off a lot of championships in my day. So coming off championships, I should understand, even with New England, we should understand what's coming the next year. Adversity is good. Going through things is good. Learning is good. If the Celtics are peaking at a time where we're not looking for teams to peak. I want to see you look better after the All-Star break. I don't give a damn. This is basketball. Baseball, too. I don't give a damn what's going on before the All-Star break. Chemistry needs to be put together, and sometimes breaking it down and building it back up can be a very unorthodox strategy, but it can really work. The Bulls had to recreate a second three-peat. Steve Kerr was a part of that. Maybe Steve Kerr, his experience can help this Warriors team. Maybe the lack of ego-driven players on the Warriors roster, which we've seen for years, will continue on. Maybe the culture will allow for adversity to strike just like it did with KD, and they still prosper. Injuries, they still prosper. Like, no matter what, sort of like Miami, so many different things have been proven with this Warriors franchise. And we have someone who's stable, like a Steph Curry, sort of like a Tim Duncan. You're able to hang your hat on something for years. This too soon. Draymond, Jordan Poole, great point, the punch, but that's going to bring them closer together later in the season. It's a little too soon for my liking.
Man, we can only hope that, but I mean, we can only go off of what we're seeing right now, and if that's the case, we could say that about all the teams right now. But I mean, the expectations that they had coming in, like, did you expect this team to be 6-9 right now, and not even like if the playoffs started today, not in the playoffs?
6-9. I'm not gonna go to raw number, but to be struggling, yes, especially coming off a championship.
You assume that they would be struggling?
Yes. And the teams like the Suns.
I think you might have been the only one that assumed that, because I mean, everybody it was the opposite way around. People were saying that they might be going a dynasty because they still have the old stars and then mix the young stars in, and they were just going to probably run the West. But I mean, even the Suns, I thought the Suns was going to be trash, but it's the opposite. The Suns are good and the Warriors are trash.
The Suns have a lot more to prove, so they're going to come out hungry. Like, when you're not hungry, dogs tend to not hunt as well. Not as sharp, not as consistent. The energy, the passion is a little bit different. What the Suns' message in the locker room is going to be a lot different than the Warriors' message. They're trying to galvanize people here. Before X's and O's, there's a lot of things going on in the locker room with Draymond. A lot of people getting paid but him. When your leader is shaken, the locker room can be too. And it takes time for that locker room to get back to where it needs to be. On paper, yes, the Warriors are poised to continue the dynasty because they're in the midst of one. But in the midst of dynasties, look at your Miami Heat. In the midst of y'all dynasty, I don't even call it that, but regardless, y'all had a lot of turmoil, and bad situations can breed great results.
Well, we do have to go off of what's going on at the moment. So that is the only reason why they're my disappointment. But like you said, you do have a good point. It's still early. You need a little adversity. We hope that they can turn things around, because if not, they're gonna have to start making moves. But like Don said as well, this has been a weird season. We didn't expect the Lakers to be 3-10.
No, I did.
No, I didn't. we didn't expect the Warriors to start off like this, man. The Clippers are kind of getting things turned around a little bit right now. The Nets, they're in turmoil right now. The Sixers. So it's still a weird NBA. The Miami Heat. I mean, I think at the beginning of the year, I don't think I had. I think that I had the Miami Heat in like that play-in tournament.
Yeah, 6 and below.
Team.
Wildin'.
That's why. I mean, that's where it's looking right now. You got the Knicks the Knicks is in the playoffs right now.
If you think he's wilding, you really about to think I'm wilding, because I got the Miami Heat as my disappointment, as I said earlier. These Miami Heat.
What was your surprise?
My surprise is Paolo Banchero. But I would like to stay negative for just a second and clean it up a little bit later. So with the Miami Heat here, we're talking about a roster that is not built for success. I spoke on it a little bit earlier, getting rid of some of those young assets to maximize what you currently have. Because the Miami Heat have a revolving door. They always have a revolving door. And y'all know how I feel about revolving doors. If you're able to revolve that door, regardless of the situation, regardless of who's hurt, who's not, regardless of you having a top-end talent or not. You talking about Jimmy Butler outside the playoffs, he's, subpar. His numbers are subpar. If you add a regular season consistent factor in the scoring aspect, it brings the Miami Heat to another level. The Miami Heat don't have a lot of guys that can just hand the ball to and say, take us home. In an era where you need multiple dudes to do that, you need at least 2 typically with elite spacing. The Heat have the spacing. If you're able to get rid of a Bam, if you're able to even move Bam to a power forward position, these Miami Heat can do something. You talking about Miami Heat? This team is currently 10th in the East, 7-8 when the window's closing. Point blank, period. They need to get rid of, again, young assets to somehow get some sense of comparable value in return. Tyler Hero, it's not a leader you need. You need someone you can hang your hat on, because Jimmy Butler's past the age of 33, past his prime, a couple more years, and he's out of there. Are you going to hang your hat on Bam? Are you going to hang your hat on Tyler? No, I don't think so.
The only thing I'd say back to that is I agree with you. They're a disappointment. I'm a Heat fan. It's sometimes hard to watch them. The only thing I will say is I don't agree of how I would go about fixing it. Like, okay. I would try to get rid of the bad contracts, like the Kyle Lowrys, the Duncan Robinsons, and if you got those sweeteners like picks in there, and take on like Eric Gordon, just something to change up, what's going on right now, because like you say, you're not going to get like KD, but that's what you got to hope for if you got the picks or whatnot. So I agree, they've been a disappointment. I am really shocked about how sorry my team is right now. Yeah.
It's okay.
I definitely agree that they are a disappointment right now. I think that everyone is pretty much, on the block if I am Miami, except Jimmy and Bam. Yeah. Other than that, Tyler, you can get him out of there. That's probably that's your biggest asset right there. So you might as well trade him now and let him sit and be stagnant for the next couple of years of his career, and then he's not even valuable at that point. So maximize. I got to bring it to like the Patriot way. Trade him before it's too late. You know,
so sweet.
Trade him before it's too late.
Wait, that part's actually not too sweet.
But the Patriots do it when they got to pay somebody. The Heat already paid Tyler Hero.
We need to pay these guys who prove something. You better pay Judon. It's ridiculous.
He up this.
No, he just got signed, I think, 2 summers ago. But goodness gracious, let's just segue because it just pisses me off sometimes thinking about it. We could have had multiple. Well, we got that anywho. Paulo Banchero, 19 years old, Duke Nation.
Duke Nation.
Since we in the middle of it, I'll acknowledge y'all.
Thank you. And you picked BI too.
I did.
Got to represent.
Yeah, man. And now this man Paulo, he's a pleasant surprise for me. Like he gives me chills, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like watching his game is so well rounded. His playmaking ability, his ability in pick and roll to be so versatile. He can pick and roll, he can pick and pop, he can be the ball handler in the midst of the pick and roll. This guy's on another level. You talking about Blake Griffin on steroids because this dude is able to create for himself without a CP3 type of guy making him available. He's creating for others, unlike Blake Griffin has ever done. We've never seen it. Chris Webber is what he reminds me of. A Chris Webber with a bag that's extended, a deeper bag. He got to reach down that motherfucker because this dude is stepping back, either shoulder, mid range, low post, high post, free throws, 75%. Like you talking about 23 points per game, 8 rebounds, 46% from the field. That's a beautiful thing. This dude's doing an on ball, off ball. You know how I feel about it. And he's not a liability in the pick and roll or switches defensively. This guy's versatile, inside and out. This guy's hungry. This guy was getting into it with DeJounte Murray this offseason, going back and forth, bickering and in the midst of competition. This guy has the skills of a guard, the skills of a big. This guy's going to be special for years to come. I just hope he gets out of Orlando.
DeJounte was on the terror this summer.
Off niggas' heads. What the hell?
Paulo is a grown man. He's a grown man. That he's a well-developed player. You can definitely tell he's a really good talent. And he's gonna be good in this league, man. I wanted him in Houston, but hey,
that would have been crazy.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Wow.
I agree. I 100% agree with you, bro. Gonna run away with the rookie of the year, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe Orlando can build something with them. I mean, they got Jalen Suggs. They got what?
No, you're right. I like Jalen Suggs a lot, man.
And
they have so many young players.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it's that Orlando team has
Franz Wagner isn't bad on that Orlando team either, though.
Facts.
Man, they got Cole Anthony, Muhammad,
Mo Bamba.
They still
got
Wendell?
Yeah.
They just got to put that talent together. They'll be perfectly fine, man. But it's the thing with Orlando. They couldn't build around Shaq. They couldn't build around the second coming of Superman. How the hell?
Culture.
Yeah, it matters.
Culture.
It matters. Mm-hmm.
Culture matters. Well, fellas, man, that was a good episode, man.
Well, shoot. You said your disappointment?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the Warriors. You already said it, so I just, I back.
I'm the only one that ain't said it then.
Okay, yeah.
It was good.
Let's get it.
Brooklyn Nets. I really thought Brooklyn had changed stuff this offseason. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was high on KD and Kyrie. They lacked talent after that. You can't rely on Kyrie to be there. KD, you don't know if he wants to be there anymore. They just fired Steve Nash, and then they had the chance to hire Udoka, but didn't want the public backlash, so they didn't go get him. I mean, I honestly feel bad for KD, to be honest with you. Like, he didn't sign up for this. All bro wanted to do was just ball. And it came with all the. He didn't know Kyrie was going to start. Kyrie wasn't acting this way before he got to Brooklyn.
Oh no,
he wasn't doing this with LeBron.
Well, there was a lot more to do now. But go ahead, spit.
And so I mean, and even their record with Kyrie is 2-6 with him. Like, and then he comes back on Sunday, possibly. This is just a disappointment. I mean, and then Ben Simmons, it's like he lack aggressiveness. Last night he was pretty good, but it's just the whole. Yeah, it's the whole roster construction. They lack bigs, like I said. It's just everything around the Brooklyn Nets is just negative, and I just feel like they need to go ahead and tear this whole thing down.
Is Kyrie on his last year of his deal?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, you get
Jimmie team gonna get him.
I believe it.
I want to be surprised.
I definitely believe it. I can't push back too much, but KD, feeling bad for KD. I'm so sorry. I can't truly feel bad for KD here. You know, if what
has he done to deserve this type of nonsense?
No, I'm not talking about deserve. I'm talking about what the Nets deserve as far as for Steve Nash. They needed a better leader. I'm not saying he's not a leader. KD, they need a better leader. There's only a handful of leaders that you can pick that would handle this situation in a proper manner. And what is proper is based off your perspective. A lot of times, KD is very in the middle or devil's advocate when it comes to
neutral.
Very, very neutral. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't mind agreeing with the guys in his locker room. And that's a form of leadership, not pushing back on what you believe. That's cool. But at the same time, when we're talking about X's and O's and winning, he's not doing things to see if everyone's or to galvanize them when it comes to mindset before a game or when it comes to what is priorities. Like he wants to be in a situation where that's already taken care of. And because of that, I can feel you when it comes to the Nets because there's not a lot of things there's not a lot of stability there from the top to the bottom. So I get it. But the ability past Kyrie and KD is still there. Ben Simmons, yes, you're right about that. Really, they should trade him. But you're talking about Royce O'Neal, a nice, solid two-way player. You're talking about T.J. Warner, who hasn't come back yet. Joe Harris, I think he's working his way back as well. Claxton's too small. You're right about the bigs. But this Nets team, if they can find the right leadership, this talent with leadership, the right mind behind it, they can do something. They have a puncher's chance just because they're offense.
But that's why I say that's a disappointment because they had a chance to get a leader like Udoka. I feel like Udoka would have cut all this nonsense off, and he could have been their leader if they wasn't going to have the leader on the court. So I don't know. What you think, Darius?
If they haven't, I think if this team hasn't had it now, then I don't see it ever showing up as far as a leader. So I don't know. I think KD definitely will be traded.
What do you think happened with Ben Simmons?
I think they stuck with him, honestly. I think this team has no choice but to keep him at this point and try to find some way to light a fire in him because he should be 10 times better than what he's playing. I thought he was going to be I definitely thought when he came into the league, he was going to be like a baby Magic, like the next Magic, because he has that skill set to do so and do more because defensively, he's an all-defensive player.
Locked now 1 through 5.
Yeah. He could pass damn near as good as these top passes in the league.
I love hearing y'all acknowledge defense. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Hey, man.
I like it.
Well, fellas, this was definitely a good one, man.
Oh yeah, he was getting shots up today, boy. He was getting shots.
We sure was, man. We sure was. We put our GM caps on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We had that going on, so that was a good one. We appreciate people for tuning in, staying with us, and y'all already know. Until next time.
Oh yeah.
Peace.
We out.
This that COMEUP. Stand back while I do me. I'm the King James of this era. Do my best to be 2-3. You see the metaphoric beat destroying MC. They had to wait his turn, sit and learn from the OGs, but slowly I had myself out like a slow leak. It take paper to make paper. So I'm speaking from this loose leaf. Damn, I ain't talk about it. They said you public in the basement, but your songs is private. Bring back the monster, the one that you keep locked in. Shit, I ain't gotta score the points. Look at John Stockton. I put my niggas on just so they can make a profit. But for now, I ain't get up and play that monster in the closet.